All right, so I have here a rod. I think it's 3/8 diameter round rod. I'm actually gonna melt this end here into a ball or a mushroom, I should say. Um, so yeah, so I'm gonna do that with a take torch right here. So I have to do that behind the lens, so I don't fry my sensor. So let's do that. All right, so I melted the end, and it's kind of a dome, but it didn't mushroom the way that I wanted to. It was basically just pieces just is too big. It's not very uniform. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna try to add some filler rod and make it into more of a mushroom, more basically mushroom that head out. Alright, so here's my kickstand. I wire brushed the paint off. I have my little thing here with a wedge. So basically I'm gonna weld it like so, like that. Alright. So I'm gonna weld it something like that. So that way I have more access. It's easier to get to. Alright, so here's the little extender that I welded on there. So I already welded and painted it. So anyways, comes out pretty well. Now I could kick the kickstand up easily, because this right here would lay pretty much flat on the ground, so you couldn't really get this. You had to kick up here. So this makes it a lot easier, and putting it down is easier too. Actually, let's see if I could put this thing up. Let's see, hold on, let's see if I can put this thing up. Oh shit. Okay, so you see it? So here, you see that it's looking down. When you open the bike and you look down, right? You look down, and your heel would just catch right here. Here's your feet right here, right? And your heel would just right as you pass the shifter, the heel shifter. You just and it hits right there. You don't have to bring your heel all the way in to look for the pad right here. It's without this, you have to find this right here. Without my extension, you have to find here, or maybe even hit your heel here. But it's kind of tough, especially if you have like a boot on. It's hard to reach down here. You have like sneakers, it's fine, but if you have like a boot on, it's like you can't reach this. You can reach this, but still you have to kind of search for it. But with the extension that I put here, it's just real easy. I don't have to like look down. Before I had to like look down, and if I didn't look down, I would have to like search, and it takes me like 30 seconds to find it. But now I can just it's down and up, and it clears everything. Look this direction here. It's actually probably about halfway, about basically where the bolt is right here. Or the screw, I should say. It's actually it's a little bit in a little bit, so it's about right here where my fingertip is. That's where the knob sticks out right there. And looking down this way, you can see that it's actually higher, right? It's actually higher up than here. It's not quite as high as the rubber piece, but it's probably at the base of the rubber right here. Look it from the back, up there. So from the back, you see, like so. So it basically clears. If you fall over or you drop the bike, it hit the peg first before it hits here. But hopefully this right here will also help protect the rear shifter, anyways. I'm not sure if the rear shifter would actually hit the ground at all, because the ground will hit here, and you can see my scratches here. I dropped the bike parking at a stupid spot, or at a part that parking the bike at a like spot that was unstable. I should have known better, but my dumbass parked there anyways, and the bike fell over when I parked it. But anyways, so now with this here, this should protect the shifter a little bit more, I think. The only one that's not protected is the front shifter. Nothing to do about that. It is what it is. I'm still waiting for a shift shaft support. So this one doesn't have the shift. Here's the shifter shaft. It doesn't have anything to support it. My monkey has one, and I try to use the monkey one on here, but it doesn't fit. The spacing and everything is different, so it doesn't fit. So I ordered one for the SuperCub. So wait until I get that in there, so that way that help protects the shaft more.
So when you drop something, you know, as far as the shifter itself bending, who cares? The shaft is a lot more expensive because you have to, you know, this shaft bends, you have to basically split the case to replace this. That's a lot more work. That's way more work. Way more expensive to do. So anyways, yeah, so there that is. Put the thing back down. Let's see. Put it back down, and there it is. So